G'day YouTube, how's it going? Post-Christmas, hope everything's going well. Pre-New Year, we're kind of in the middle of there somewhere. Had a pretty quiet Christmas, we'll have a pretty quiet New Year. Just doing my normal Monday to Friday thing. I'm not on holidays, I'm not on Christmas holidays. It's not snowing, we're in the southern hemisphere. I am wearing my rain jacket because it did rain today, it may rain tonight, and I'm just doing my usual transit to the gym. Haven't posted for a while because, well, I haven't really done much in the last week or two. Anyway, the big rocket's going, oh geez, mosquito. Rocket's going to the gym. Get out. Because I'm primarily trying to test out my new helmet and my new GoPro-ish type sort of stuff. Here we have what's referred to as a lavalier mic with the obligatory dead cat attached to the microphone, and that normally goes inside my helmet. I'm trying something a little bit different tonight, and by trying something different, what I'm meaning is I am using the rear mic. Not rear mic. Hopefully the video and the mirror of my bike will pick this up, but to use this, no correction, to use the lavalier, which will go obviously inside your helmet, and you'll be sitting it out in the front there, you need to have what's called a medium mod. This case with the microphone on there is called a medium mod. Now I'm talking, and it probably would help if I took this off. Maybe we might even do that. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm talking to the rear mic. There's two mics on here. Oh, that's right. There's a front mic and there is a rear mic. I'm talking out through the helmet, and the rear mic should hopefully be picking it up. It did the other day on my other helmet. This is my new Shui Neotech 2. Can I access it from behind? Just. So it's one of those type sort of helmets, modular. I was using my Shui GT Air, which is exactly the same like this, minus the modular attachment, and I was talking out through, and the rear microphone is picking it up. That was on my VFI 1200. I didn't have the luxury of a tall windscreen, so with a little bit of luck, I'm picking this up. I will do another video on the way home, but with the lavalier attached in the back and going in through and speaking into the chin mount. Anyway, enough of that. So yep, that's my new Neotech 2 with NZ moto mounts attachment. Those things are the best. All right, enough of that. I shall put the attachment, the nose piece, into here. Got my new matching Machina gloves. Oh, I've got a heap of stuff coming in, and I shall also be doing a heap of returns next week as well, unfortunately. Oh, it's a little bit warm for this jacket, but we're just gonna do a quick 10-minute rip into the gym. Actually, I really don't even need to wear a jacket at all, if I've got to be honest. But I'm pretty sure it will rain later. Hope the mosquitoes are out. Oh, dearie me. How tragic was that? And now I can't even see it anyway. Oh, come on. Preview not available while recording. Well, I did that to try and determine where my GoPro was actually mounting. I was trying to figure out if I was capturing video correctly. Well, I'll have to find out now after I post the video. Oh, feet. There we go. Oh dear, now the sun's coming out and I'm wearing my 3-season jacket. Silly me. I really should have worn my summer jacket and just brought my rain overcoat. So yeah, it's been a good Christmas for me. Hopefully it's been a good Christmas for everyone else. I've obviously bought myself many motorbiking presents. Bought me missus a little bit of or helped contribute towards one of her presents, which was a punchy bag. And yeah, looking forward to the new year. Not that I've got any resolutions, I'm just chipping away nicely. So to be brutally honest, the season's holidays for me as a ex-defence 25-year veteran who is now been retired for quite a few years. No, I don't do holidays. It's just another Monday to Friday for me. The only thing that I specifically notice obviously would be any change in how do you call it, trading hours, traffic, extra people on the roads, etc, etc. But essentially, no, Christmas is a non-event for me. Primarily also because I like to make my dollar stretch further. So if I do decide to go away fucking somewhere, well, that is with the missus, not just me on the old motorbike doing me how's your father, but actually take her away, which is probably not going to be on the Goldwing, but in the Jeep, the big SRT. She loves that big beast. No, we will be doing that. Oh, thank you very much. We will be doing that after the new year when prices drop, because here in Australia we have massive expenditure for holidays over the December-January period, or late December, early January. They coincide with our 6-week school holidays and most average people's annual leave from work, which could range anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks plus. For me, for example, when I was in the army, my Christmas leave would start... Hey, that's Green Arrow. My Christmas leave would start mid-December and finish end of January, so I would have 6 weeks leave. I'd also have a couple of 2-week leave periods throughout the year as well, so I would have 10 to 12 weeks leave a year. Anyway, for the average person, leave is, say, for instance, 3 weeks over Christmas. And that is when we get smashed for holidays, as in the cost of holidays here in Australia. Peak season, yeah? Every place has got a peak season. Yeah? Hawaii's got a peak season, Thailand's got a peak season. Switzerland or Europe would probably have 2 peak seasons. They'd probably have a summer season and a snow season, stuff like that. So everyone's got a season, is essentially what I'm trying to say. So I try to avoid those because we'll save over half to maybe even up to 60% off holidays. I've had some expensive... My father used to live in a place when he was alive. My parents used to live in a place when they were alive called the Sunshine Coast. Very similar to the Gold Coast, very close to Brisbane in southeast Queensland. I'm sure a lot of people have probably heard of the Gold Coast. Well, Sunshine Coast is very similar, just a lot smaller with less high rises. But yes, an expensive place to go, southeast Queensland, Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast, during Christmas holidays. But he really wanted me to visit for Christmas, particularly after Mum died and as he got older and older. But unfortunately that would come at a cost, and I'm retired on, well, I suppose if you want to call it that, a fixed income. I am on a fixed income. I'm not broke by any stretch of the imagination, but why would I spend $3,000 to go and visit my family when I can spend, you know, under $1,500 for argument's sake? It just is what it is. So no, I don't generally do holidays. I used to do them obviously when I worked, because that was, you know, when I used to have to be able to take my leave, or the bulk of my leave, to clear it. Obviously you have to clear your leave each year, and over Christmas was one of the best times to do that. But no, it wasn't a lifestyle thing for me. It was a you need to do it sort of a thing. I'm not a religious person by any stretch of the imagination. I'm also not a social person by any stretch of the imagination. I can go for very, very long periods of time pretty much just on my own. Obviously having a missus is nice and it helps. But come holiday seasons, you know, I'm not, if I want to do something, I'll do it for myself. I won't do it for family, I won't do it for friends. I just do what I do. Timed that one perfectly, but I didn't carry enough speed to get the next one. So yeah, I'm going to assume that today's date is somewhere around the 28th or 29th of December, which means nothing again, like I said to me. The new year is coming. I will certainly be staying home. I had a very quiet Christmas day, because at the end of the day, the beaches here in Australia, or I live in Sydney, the beaches here in Sydney were absolutely swamped, and I mean horribly swamped, as in like not a spare square of sand at all. It was absolutely overpacked. So I left Sydney just for the Christmas day, and me and the missus went down south, about an hour and a bit out of Sydney to the south. Found ourselves a nice quiet beach. It was a pretty fucking damn good beach too, just quietly. I mean, it wasn't a shitbox one. You know, not every beach is fantastic. I mean, aesthetically fantastic. And I've just mentioned the Gold Coast. Another famous beach, obviously, which everybody's heard of, is Bondi Beach. Well, Bondi does absolutely nothing for me. I can't stand Bondi Beach. So there was never ever going to be a case there of me going to Bondi Beach for Christmas, or any of the other metropolitan beaches in or around Sydney, but outside. So we went down past Wollongong. Wollongong is an hour south of Brisbane. Wollongong is an hour south of Sydney, and we headed down there. And it wasn't even Wollongong, it was probably another, I don't know, 15-20 minutes south of Wollongong. And it was pretty much empty. It was realistically empty, especially having seen the pictures on the internet of what the Sydney beaches were like on Christmas Day. So I dodged a massive bullet there. But going hand in hand with that, and what I've stated is quite clearly my antisocial tendencies, I have absolutely no intention whatsoever. I've done it once. I've lived in Sydney now for 20 years. I've done it once. I have absolutely no intention whatsoever of turning up for those absolutely rubbish poxy fireworks. Not a snowball's chance in hell. That will be the shittest night on the fucking face of the planet. I can also guarantee you on this, I have done New Year's Eve in Brazil with the missus. We went up on top of the Sugarloaf Mountain, the very famous mountain in Rio, with the cable car that goes to the top of the that old volcanic plug with the what's it, the view with the lookout on top. So yeah, we went there. That was a private event. We could see all the way down to, I suppose, Ipanema and, you know, all those other sort of places. So like anywhere else, that's what it is, auto start stop. So that was a private affair, which was good. Hanging out in large crowds, no thank you. No thank you whatsoever. I've got no intention of hanging out with a million bloody people. It did not impress me when I was 20. Sure as fuck doesn't impress me now that I'm 50. How the hell do I turn that auto start stop off? Is there a button for it? No, it's probably in the menu somewhere. How did auto start stop come on? Idling stop. Oh, there we go. Fixed. I don't need auto start stop on a motorbike. I need it on bloody my 6.4 litre Jeep. Go. So yeah, if you enjoy the Christmas festivities, whether they be Northern Hemisphere persuasion or of the Southern Hemisphere persuasion, good luck to you, and I hope you do enjoy it. But no, the novelty for me wore off many decades ago, and I'm just happy to do my own thing. I did take a little bit of downtime though, if you want to call it downtime. I did eat my fair share of prawns, shouted myself to a pizza or two, definitely had a few beers, had a nice bottle of champagne with the missus, had a bottle of Taittinger, I think it is. Taittinger. Obviously it's French. So if I say champagne, you have to assume obviously that it's French, because if it's not, then it's not champagne, it's sparkling wine. So yeah, I mean, you know, I had a few treats. But no, a big, huge traditional Christmas, as you may think of it from whichever country that you're in, no, we definitely didn't do that. We did the Aussie thing, sat at home, had a kilo of prawns each and opened a bottle of champagne. So yes, interestingly enough, my missus also opened, because we do a fair bit of seafood for Christmas in Australia, my missus opened up a site on the internet that said state by state who consumes the most what for Christmas. She prefers Queensland. I grew up in Queensland. Funnily enough, we ate prawns. The biggest consumer in Australia for prawns on Christmas is Queensland, which for argument's sake is where the Gold Coast is located, the Great Barrier Reef, Cairns. I live in Sydney, which is in New South Wales. And Sydney is actually the biggest consumer of ham. Sorry, I'm not interested in Christmas ham. She didn't tell me turkey, but she loved. Oh, that's right. She bought 2 dozen oysters too. She loves oysters. The biggest consumer of oysters is Melbourne. Reverse. Where's reverse? So she's very un-New South Wales like. She had 0 ham. We bought 2 kilos of prawns and she bought 2 dozen oysters. I suppose that does put us in the middle of Victoria and Queensland, so fair enough. But yeah, definitely no plans for the new year. No plans whatsoever. Going nowhere, doing nothing. Oh, spider? Insect thingy? Oh well, didn't bite me. So there we go. To me, now, today, whatever the date is, as I've said, it's just another school night for me. Going to the gym, doing my thing today on the Goldwing. And I must take this jacket off now because I am getting very sweaty. Because I assure you, it definitely, there is no need and no call for, as you will see it as I take it off. I'll just take my phone out first. 19 minutes. We'll be finished in a second, guys, don't worry. Oh yes, I'm sweaty. Okay, it's summer here in Australia and I'm wearing my rainproof lined jacket. So you can see the sweat on there. Oh my goodness. Ziggy Piggy, you are a fucking dickhead. So that's my Machna 3-season jacket and matching Rocco gloves, of which I've got about 600 pairs of bloody gloves now. Anyway, that's me done. So thank you very much for joining me. I shall try this video, and this video may or may not be posted, or it may have an attachment to it at the end. As I said, I will be, can you see me? Can you see me? I will be putting in the microphone into the back and running it inside my helmet. So that may be the video you'll be seeing or watching, and not this one, or it may have some elements of that in this post. But if not, let's see how it goes. I'll see you after the new year probably, and I hope your holiday season is going well for you, whether it's on this or it's on your back. It's your holiday, you do with it.